welcome to Friday. I hope you had a good week. So, I was in the post office today and I noticed this framed photograph by the register. And I asked the postal clerk, "Oh, are you a photographer?" And he looked like a little confused. And I could see that he was thinking, uh, no, lady, I am a postal clerk. Like, did the uniform not give it away? But then I pointed to the framed photograph and it caught my eye because it looked really mystical. It was like these kind of spire type rocks and there was fog around it. And when he saw that I was pointing to that, he lit up and he's like, "Oh, I don't consider myself a photographer, but when I was in China, I was in these mountains and then etc. etc." He went on to tell me this cool story and it got me thinking about this role-based way of life that maybe we're not all stuck in, but I certainly was for a very long time. And I constructed my identity based on these different roles that I played. And I became really attached to them. And even after I left my corporate work, I found myself still when I would meet someone and say what I was doing now, I would bring in the fact that, oh, I was in corporate pharma and I was a scientist and then I was blah blah blah. Um, and I think it was because I just thought I spent all that time constructing that identity. Like, how can I just let it go? Um, Uh, but I really have been forced to in so many ways. Spirit has been just stripping away my ego identities that I've been clinging to because they just get in the way of living a creative life. And I don't mean like making creations, I mean being the creation as part of the bigger creation. Remember, we are the microcosm within the macrocosm. And I also, as I was moving into this work that I'm doing, I kept finding it hard to just nail down I'm an astrologer or I'm a psychic medium or I'm a writer or I'm a hypnotist. None of that makes sense for the way that I live and the way I'm trying to help people. Those are those are things that I'm able to do and they help me with whatever process I happen to be working on, whether it's personal or it's to help someone or it's to help the collective. But those categories or those labels, those are not my identity. And it's been really clear to me that I am not to cling to any one of those things. And kind of in parallel, I've been working to let go of the identity of runner that I had for decades. I worked really hard to have running be something I could do easily, that I was good at, that I would compete at it. I would compete against myself. Um, but again, spirit is showing me that yes, I can have that in my life, but I cannot cling to it as an identity. Instead, it can be something I do just because it brings me joy, and that supports me being the other things that I need to be to help people and to help the collective. So I'm finally it took me a while for that lesson to sink in, and going through some different injuries and trying to approach it the way I used to. But finally, uh, I think I get it, and I hope everyone else has the opportunity to live a different way as well. And that also brings me to my pitch. I just wanted to remind everyone that I do work in all with all of these different modalities, and I really do want people to be able to see what their soul brought them here for. Or maybe they need to identify patterns that they keep finding themselves in that are getting in the way of feeling this freedom that we are meant to have. And I do that using these different tools of astrology, hypnosis, psychic mediumship, tarot, and uh, yeah. And I would love to have you as a client. So pop over to my website, marialuz.online, for other info. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.